President Trump's dispatch of federal agents, first to Portland, Oregon, and now to other cities, has touched off an intense legal and political debate. David Martin has our Sunday Journal.
What are you doing? Use your words. What are you doing?
Video of men in camouflage snatching a protester off the streets of Portland, Oregon, set off a pandemic of confusion and outrage.
What is going on? Who are you?
Confusion about who these men are.
What's your name? Tell us your name.
And outrage at President Trump's threat to do the same in other cities.
We're looking at Chicago, too. We're looking at New York. Look at what's going on. All run by Democrats, all run by very liberal Democrats.
The Democratic mayor of Chicago, Lori Lightfoot, said she would welcome federal help to fight crime, but wants no part of what she's seeing on the streets of Portland.
We don't need federal troops. We don't need unnamed, secret federal agents roaming around the streets of Chicago.
The agents in Portland look like soldiers. In fact, they are members of the Border Patrol, far from their usual missions of going after drug smugglers along the Mexican border. They're under the command of Acting Director of Homeland Security, Chad Wolf.
These officers are not military. They are civilian police officers. These police officers are not stormtroopers. They are not the Gestapo, as some have described them.
There has been a tremendous amount of false information out there.
Mark Morgan, head of Customs and Border Protection, provided a citizen's guide to the insignia on their uniforms.
Border Patrol, clearly police. It's marked on the front and the back, clearly. Every single agent.
Justice for George Floyd reparations!
As Portland's protests continued in the aftermath of George Floyd's death, the Trump administration moved in to protect federal buildings from vandals.
These individuals carry lasers, baseball bats, explosive fireworks, metal pipes, glass bottles, accelerants, and other weapons, all targeting federal facilities and federal law enforcement.
There are plenty of protesters who do not fit that description. Women who call themselves the Wall of Moms. And Naval Academy graduate Christopher David, who stood his ground but did not appear to threaten the federal agents.
They kept hitting me, and he eventually hit my hand and broke it. I needed to stay as calm as possible. I had no idea what these guys were capable of.
Even the mayor, who doesn't want these federal agents in his city, got hit with tear gas.
I saw nothing that provoked this response.
The mayor calls it urban warfare. Paul Rosenzweig, who served in the Department of Homeland Security, DHS, under Republican President George Bush, calls it unprecedented.
Never have I seen it before where the federal government has imposed its will on the state and says, we're going to do this mission whether you want us here or not.
It's unprecedented. Is it legal?
It is probably on the borderlines of legal.
The department was created in the anxious days after 9/11 when another attack was feared.
Terrorist attacks by Al-Qaeda, or a nuclear weapon, or a biological threat. Never did we contemplate that they would actually be used against American citizens. And that's where the authority has been stretched beyond all recognition.
And here's what most people don't know about DHS.
The Department of Homeland Security has more law enforcement resources at its disposal than the rest of the federal government combined. This is the kind of first time that the American public is seeing the reality of that.
Acting DHS Chief Wolf, who traveled to Portland to inspect the damage, says it's all about protecting federal property. But in addition to tear gas, there is more than a whiff of politics in the air.
The acting secretary has chosen to essentially declare war on a segment of the American populace. It's transparently a political exercise.
Transparently political, what do you mean?
This is, I think, clearly part and parcel of President Trump's ongoing political effort to demonize the left, to try and make this election about cultural issues and to scare the American public into voting for him.
However the Battle of Portland ends, there is something else at stake. What does it do to the image and reputation of the Department of Homeland Security?
This incident is going to do lasting damage to the department. I think that the department is a necessary component of our national security apparatus, but this is going to do nothing but give ammunition to those who think of the department as a rogue police force that ought not to exist.